Hi everybody, welcome again to the channel Fostering Music. If that's your first time here in the channel, welcome home and happy 2024. This channel is to put myself, ignorant Brazilian, into another shoes by reacting to songs from different countries. Hopefully by that getting a little bit more of knowledge of that country and culture, how people behave and stuff like that. If you want to do that too, just browse in the channel. We'll have songs from many countries. I probably have like 35 countries already here in the channel. And I'm also doing, together with the reactions, a list of review of songs from countries alphabetically. I started with the Afghanistan, next one's gonna be Albania, and then we will go over Portugal is gonna be on the list too, and it is the song we're gonna react today, a Portuguese song. I don't know if that is actually a very famous song. I don't think it is because of the number of subscribers and the visualizations in this, or the views in this video, but I really like it. Actually, I was on my Spotify random playlist, and then the song started. I thought it was so cool in the beginning that I stopped it, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna react to that song, and today we're gonna do that. Today we are in a Portuguese language mood. I just reacted to another song from Angola, and now we are acting to this one called Países que ninguém invade, countries that nobody invades. That's so an interesting title. Like it's a title that makes you interested into understanding what actually is happening with that. So with that idea, we're gonna start with it. Of course, in the channel we always do preconceptions part first, and then we go to the reaction. If you wanted to skip that, probably about here is the reaction. If you don't want that, want to correct me with anything that I learned, just tell me here in the comments, no problem. Correct me, that's what I want. Anyway, Portugal. So I speak Portuguese. Of course, Brazilians were colonized by Portugal. There's a big karma, that's a big idea about Brazilians and Portuguese. I think nowadays it's a little haughty, subject, but I wanna stick my hands on it and tell me what I think based on my Brazilian interpretation of it. So a lot of Brazilians would do a meme idea which is called "Give Back Our Gold," which is funny. Some a lot of Brazilians would actually believe in it. That the golds were with the people from Portugal. Some people from Portugal, of course, profited for that idea, but the folk itself, they wouldn't. Like in general, the folk is just screwed. In most of the history, that's actually what happened anyway. So, but then we have that meme here in Brazil, and I guess because of the anti-migration policy that is happening in Europe right now, Brazilians are also targeted not as much as, for example, Pakistani people or like Bangladesh people, Muslim people in general. We are targeted a little bit, and I guess because of that, that also happens. And there's a thing in Brazil that I don't like it much, but it's common. Is that Brazilians in general, they are very centered into their culture. I think most of it is because of ignorance. Like in general, I'm not saying everybody, okay? I'm just saying in general, we have that idea of like a barrier to another culture. For example, it's very hard in Brazil that you know like a famous Oscar movie from Argentina, and it's our neighbor. It's much easier for Brazilians to talk about a Marvel movie, like an American movie, you know. So we are colonized mentally by the United States, and the other countries we don't know much of the culture. And so when we flock, there is flocks of Brazilians going to many places. So as all immigration happens in all the world, those who do not think they are in a different place and would prevail with their common customs, they'll be targeted as like being an outsider. And I guess they feel secluded, and then they come together. And I think the most common complaint that I hear from Portuguese people from Brazil is like Brazilians are too much, or like they party too much. They go to a residential place and they just put big, like high volume sounds up until the late night or in the weekends. And I guess that would be part of the Portuguese government maybe to educate the the immigrants that are coming there. And yeah, I guess it's that. It's not a general rule in Brazil for that to happen, but I guess it's because they are different, they are targeted, and then it's highlighted. Hopefully, here in the channel, I foster the idea, fostering music, I foster the idea of not paying so much attention into these power grabs and stuff like this, and appreciate the culture, and then having an open mind to see things from a different perspective. And I guess that's my appeal for Brazilians to also do that with the Portuguese culture. Like, I guess Brazilians in general, they will listen a lot of Portuguese complaints, but they would not listen to the predecessing history or like culture. So I guess people from Portugal would feel like a little bit mad with that idea, and I understand. Brazilian culture is exported to Portugal. A lot of Portuguese people know Anitta and the novelas from Brazil, the soap operas. But in regards the contrary, it's very hard. A lot of very few Brazilians would know fado, would know Cante Alentejano. That's pretty cool actually. I liked it. So it's not that common. So I hope that this channel kind of brings a little bit of that bridge that is separating us and making Brazilians appreciate some of this Portuguese folk culture. Again, the most important thing here in this channel is appreciating the folk tradition, the ideas that's coming from the country and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm blabbering too much. I'm sorry. So let's go for the video to appreciate this one called Countries That Nobody Invades. The name of the singer is The No Girl. I don't know. Here we go with the song.
A fala curta como man.
What? No, no, no. Here's it. Let's go.
A fala curta como mantra.
I like the
E os
future,
cabelos
making like a 90s one.
longos de cometa.
A vida lenta feito tantra, tecendo a poesia que se inventa.
Nice falsetto. Oh, cool. That's cool. That's cool.
O dia cresce como as plantas, sem dar a volta no planeta.
O amor dissolve toda a zanga, só não sabe quem não tenta.
Cabe em nós os países que ninguém invade, nem contrafaz. Os sonhos, as lutas, as frutas, as pontes, cornetas de guerra e paz. Cabe em nós os países que ninguém invade, nem contrafaz. Os sonhos, as lutas, as frutas, as pontes, cornetas de guerra e paz.
Is that like a relationship discussion? Oh god, that's so cold.
O dia cresce como as plantas, os cabelos longos de cometa.
This guy voice. Also.
O amor dissolve toda a zanga, na poesia que se inventa. Cabe em nós os países que ninguém invade,
shot like a movie. I don't know what exactly they do that, but like how do they do it? But it's so cool. Like it is totally like a movie. I wish I could do something like this. For me, that was pure art and amazing. Didn't see the video before. Actually, it's the first time seeing it. I just listened to part of the song on the Spotify playlist. Anyway, that was cool. And I guess countries here would kind of be inside, like the heart, like conquering this spot here. And yes, man, that's so cool. That's so cool. So many cultures, so much meaning being produced that sometimes we just let it go because we don't open ourselves to different interpretations of life or different, even in Portuguese, it's the same language, we can understand each other. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go here because this channel is international to the lyrics in English, so people from other countries besides Portugal, Brazil, Mozambique, Angola, Timor-Leste, São Tomé e Príncipe, people from different places can also understand what was sung in this song. So here is the English translation for the lyrics. Short speech like a mantra, and long comet hair. Comet hair. Life slow like a tantra, weaving the poetry that is invented. The day grows like plants, without going around the planet. Love dissolves our anger. That's interesting, like it's not a common Brazilian Portuguese word. Just don't know who doesn't try. We are the countries that no one invades. It doesn't even contradict the dreams, the fights, the fruits, the breed's horns. I guess we are the country, meaning like we are not able to colonize a person and say like you're gonna do this, because people are in themselves, they are untamable in that case, and people can part ways. That happens. Of war and peace, we are countries that no one invades. It doesn't even contradict it. The English fights the fruits, the British homes. Is that about cheating? I don't know. Of war and peace, or maybe it can be like just a war song. The day grows like plants in the long comet hair. Love dissolves our anger in the poetry that is invented, where a country that nobody invades. It doesn't even contradict. The dreams apply the fruits, the bricks and homes. Of war and peace, we are the country no one invades. It doesn't even contradict. The dreams of fights, the fruits, the bricks, the horns. Of war and peace. Yeah. So, in my opinion, this song's about relationship. I think it is. It's giving me that vibe of talking about fight between relationship and who is gonna conquer each other's heart and maybe parting away from that. Yeah, hope you liked what I did here with the channel, the reaction, my 2 cents. If you disagree with me, no problem, just put in the comments. I'll read them through. Actually, what I always want here in the channel, if you didn't know, is recommendations, so you guys can give me more recommendations of songs from Portugal, maybe new ones like this one, and then I will put in my list and eventually it will be here in the channel. There's a lot of songs in the list, so sorry that sometimes it would take a while, and yes, I was just, we're moving the year, so I was going around a little bit too. But anyway, yes, and if you liked what I did here and you want to continue with me in this journey discovering songs from all over the world by reacting to their songs, hop along, subscribe, and we'll see you guys another day with another song from another country. Bye bye.